Courage and the boldness that you gain after speaking affirmations over yourself. The more you hear it, the more you believe that it's true.
And welcome to Premier Fitness. I'm Gene Williams, your yoga instructor, and I'm here to tell you about the benefits of yoga.
Hey everybody, thank you for joining our show. You have just tuned in to Where is the Love? I am your host. I am Stephanie Hockenhall, and joining me is my son, my co-host, Gene Williams. Caught you.
Oops.
And,
What's going on?
Yes, I see you.
You see me?
Hey everybody, again, thank you for joining our show where we talk about bullying versus love. We share and educate with you, educate you about love. So last week on our show, we always do a recap. So last week on our show, we talked about acceptance. We talked about your expectations of others and how you get disappointed by your expectations of others. And then we talked about the benefits of accepting people as they are, which is very important. So today we're going to be talking about respect and disrespect, which goes right along with acceptance of people. Uh, so, son, you want to start out or you want to add anything?
No, I'll start out. But I did want to say, can you believe that we are at episode 30?
It was mind blowing when I saw that. When I, preparing for the show, I was like, "Wow,
What?
we've been doing the doggone thing, right?"
And ain't no other way around it, man. Come on now.
Beverly, thank you for sharing the show. If you are here, we are asking that you share our show. You can see us live right now on Roku and Amazon TV, Fire, uh, on Amazon Fire. All you do is search, and you search POD TV all together, space live, LIVE, and you can watch us on TV. Or you can, if you're here on Facebook or on YouTube, you can comment. You can join in on the conversation. We love to have people join in on our
Oh, yeah.
conversation.
We can talk trash together. Let's have some fun, guys.
Right. Come on, let's do this.
Let's do it. God.
You are so silly. All right, you want to get started?
Let's go. All right, so we're again, as she said, we're talking about respect today. As Aretha Franklin sang about it, RESPECT.
Yes. So before you just reminded me, I forgot all about the video. So we want to show you this video and remind you of, like Gene just said it. So Mark, would you play the video, please?
Roll that beautiful Bing footage.
Oh.
Right. Exactly. I'm telling you, we had a party out. We're at the love party. Come on. Respect on.
So y'all, we was backstage having our own little party. Respect.
Yeah.
Listen, people don't have enough respect for each other anymore at all. People a lot of times don't even say thank you anymore. You can open the door for them. They don't say thank you. They just walk on through. Do all kind of things and just don't say thank you. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? What people, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't like it. So we are going to be talking about respect, and we are going to be talking about disrespect today. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so you want to add something?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and get started with
All right.
respect.
For sure. All right. So just so we are clear about what respect is due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. Respect is an attitude that develops through mature and mutually enriching interpersonal relationships. Moreover, respect is the attitude of accepting others' differences. You
Yep.
need to respect in order to coexist with others without conflict. To respect someone is to put aside our differences. It helps us to avoid judging others for their individual choices and opinions. And it
And so,
also,
go ahead.
I was going to say, and it also just it makes you better because you have more in your wheelhouse to adapt to. When you're able to adjust and adapt and be present in the moment, you allow yourself to grow. Uh, by just accepting where someone else is, even though it's different from where you are, and then that helps you grow.
Yep. And so, adding to that, the acceptance, the hear about acceptance, go back to our last episode, episode 29. We talked about acceptance and the importance of acceptance and the value in accepting somebody where they are instead of trying to change them and train them and make them the way you want, thus bullying them. So,
Hmm.
you trying to control somebody does not make that person want to change. It does not give them a desire to change. So we have to learn how to accept people the way they are and respect them where they are. Because guess what? Really, we want people to do that for us. Don't
Right,
come trying to change me, accept me how I am, and um, respect me where I'm at.
right,
So do to others what you want them to do to you. And if they don't do what, and people won't always treat you the way you treat them, but you still have to learn how to either respect them or just get away from them. You don't have to take what people dish out to you and do to you,
right,
especially if it is the wrong behavior or if it's toxic behavior or if it's abuse or misuse or
right.
manipulation. You don't have to accept any of that. You have a choice. So you
Absolutely.
want to add
Yeah,
something?
yeah, and absolutely. Like within that, respect is also setting boundaries and respecting the boundaries of others. Like you said, you do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You don't want anybody treating you any kind of way, so don't do it to other people. I mean, really, that's common sense. But as they say now, common sense ain't so common. So, you
At
know,
all.
as a rebuff, excuse me, sir, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Or you get to go, you ready? You ready, Bev? To the
To
left,
the
right?
left. All the way to the left. So will you start the next part, please?
For sure. All right. What is what is the purpose of respecting others, and why does it matter? Some people want and demand respect, but don't think there is a need to or have to give it. Mm,
Yep.
that's narcissism right there, partner.
Yep. All the way, narcissist.
Man, treat others the way you want to be treated, and you have more of a chance of respect being reciprocated back to you.
Yep.
And again, we talk often about the universal law: whatever you put out, you get back. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So just know, like it may not happen immediately, you may not be instant karma, but
Yep.
eventually you build up a gravitational pull enough of treating people wrong, you don't get the same energy. Trust me, it's
And
gonna
you won't
pop,
like
pop,
it.
pop on your head.
And you're not going to like it at all.
No, but it's your
So,
fault though. It's your
right,
fault.
because you're getting back what you gave.
Hmm.
It always happens. It always happens. So, and I just want to say if you are treating people the way you want to be treated and you're not getting that back, hang in there, find things to encourage yourself, to empower you, to inspire you, to help you not get down in the dumps. get into a deep state of depression and sadness, find things to help you and encourage you and to give you hope so that you can stay on top of that treatment until you're empowered to speak up about it and to say something about it and to create those boundaries, because it's not always easy for people to create boundaries right away. Different people have, like me, for example, I was a person that was very timid, and I was a people, as a um result of being timid, having a timid personality. I think that opened me up to allow people to bully me, not understanding that that's what was happening. And I was also a people pleaser. So that is another door that opened up to allow people and to allow people to just treat me the way they wanted to. And I just didn't have the strength to speak up to them and to say, to create boundaries and to tell them, you know, I didn't like whatever they were doing. I thought more about, if I tell them I don't like what they're doing, then they won't like me. And I was more caught up on people liking me.
Right.
So you want to add something?
No.
Okay. Will you go with the next part,
Yeah,
please?
yeah. All right. So, what does respect feel like? Respect is about knowing that your feelings are just as important as everyone else's, and that you
Yep.
deserve to be treated well by yourself as well as by other people. Being different is okay. I want to take it a step further. Being different is beautiful. I mean,
Yes.
again, as we talked about before, if we were all supposed to be the same, then why are we all different?
Yep.
God manifests to each of us in a unique and beautiful way. If there was a need for all of us to be the exact same, then why would the creator not create us all the same?
Right.
Well, there's obviously growth and evolution within accepting people for being different.
Right.
Oh, there's a saying. Darn it. Never mind. I forgot. The game went that fast. It was like pew pew.
When
All
you
right.
remember, you can say it. You can come back to it.
Right. Being different is okay, or as we talked about before, you are a unique and special human being with feelings, needs, and rights. There's no one else quite like you.
No one else.
No one
Even
else.
identical twins don't even have
Uno
the same
mundo.
fingerprint.
Exactly.
So we're
Exactly.
all unique. We're all
Right.
different for a purpose. And we
Right.
have to learn how to embrace that uniqueness, whether it's unique to somebody else or not, that doesn't matter.
Right.
So
Right.
we have to embrace it and love on it and
Cultivated.
thank you.
Yep. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So don't be down on yourself because you're different or because you're unique.
Right.
That's a better word.
Right. Yeah. So one thing that I used to get a lot growing up, like I was called weird a lot because of the music that I listen to, the way I like to dress, just the person that I am. And for a long time, it was a derogatory term to me. I don't even remember where it became like almost a term of endearment to me. And that's when like I realized, okay, yeah, I'm different.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Never, Mark. Never. I'm never me weird. I
I was like, what is he laughing at?
Yeah, but yeah, eventually I got to the point where I realized, man, like me being different, like people have come to me and told me I appreciate you being different. It help me grow,
Yeah.
you know. So, except when they
So
call you weird, it's a compliment. I told Gianna that a lot. I told Gianna that a lot. Be weird. If people call you weird, you're doing a good thing.
yeah, Mark said, I love being different. Nerds rule the world.
Exactly. Nerves will the
Yep.
world.
Yep. So be your nerdy self, if
you
that's what
know,
they call you. But you
nerd out,
love on
baby, nerd
yourself,
out.
right? You embrace it, and like Jean said, cultivate it. So,
Mhm.
how can you show respect? You can say nice things to others, smile genuinely with an attitude, without an attitude, a bad attitude, a negative attitude. Be genuine in your smile. You know, you can tell when somebody has a fake smile. Who wants that? Throw that in the trash. So, um, say thank you to show your appreciation. Ain't that what I was talking about a little while ago? It's so crazy how people won't say thank you. You know, Mark said, "What do you think about bullies trying to exploit you in business?" That's part of lack of respect as well. It is.
Absolutely.
It is definitely um, a lack of respect as well. And so, one thing about that is you have to learn to speak up to them too, you
Hmm.
know, and create boundaries with them when you're doing business with them. You have to tell them, listen, this is how I do business. You
Right.
know, even if it's just a lack of communication. Listen, we have to have communication in order for us to move forward. We can't
Yep.
do business without good business without communication. And eventually, um, with the lack of communication in business, you'll end up being uh, the words aren't coming to me. You'll end up being pulled apart anyway,
Yeah.
or something bad will happen.
Right.
So you have to recognize when you are um, being disrespected and then deal with it accordingly. And the best way to deal with it is by showing them respect. This is how it is. We have, for example, we have a lack of communication. I respect you, but I can't respect what's going on here. I don't respect that. And that is not how I do business. So we're not going to be able to do business together. And so the person's feelings may be hurt or whatever. They may disagree. So what? It happens. But you can't let people run over you and disrespect you. You want to add
Right.
something?
Yeah, yeah, and definitely, like you said, setting those firm boundaries, letting them know from the front end, hey, listen, communication is major. Without us being clear on what we're doing here, collaboratively, then there's no way we can effectively move forward.
Right.
I don't feel respected. You're not listening to my portion, and obviously, I'm here for a reason.
Yeah.
You want me here for a reason, so if we're gonna do business together, you got to listen to my side as well. It's got to be
Yeah.
equal, or had to
There's
throw it
the
out there. That's
door.
gonna be my trademark right
There's
there.
the door. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the
What a
good
good
Lord
Lord
split you.
splits. Right.
All right. Um, it may seem like common sense, but many people forget to say thank you or don't say it with sincerity or just don't say it all at all. So be considerate and discreet. Discreet, careful. It means careful and circumspect in one's speech or actions, especially in order to avoid causing offense or to gain an advantage. Don't have an ulterior motive for why you are being considerate.
Please, please. Like
Yeah,
seriously, if you come with an agenda, you don't even need to come to the equation.
yeah,
Unless the agenda is mutually beneficial.
yeah,
That's the only exception to that rule.
yeah. Um, you want to go ahead, Gene?
Yeah, yeah. All right. Apologize if and when you are wrong. And always be open to just to realize that you're not always right.
Right,
That's the beauty of
exactly.
growth and maturity. Sometimes you may have been focused on what you saw, but you know what, man, in hindsight, I see you're right. You were right. And it may
Yeah,
hurt. Oh, it hurt the ego. But
yeah,
that's how you grow. That's how you evolve. That's how you elevate as a
yeah.
being.
Let me add something to that. Be willing to forgive. We have to forgive over and over and over again, no
Right.
matter what. And we may not agree with it, um, but we have to be willing to forgive. And being willing to forgive does not mean that you will continually allow that person to be in your life to hurt you over and over and over again, because If they have chosen not to change or not to make a change, they will continue the abuse, the misuse, the disrespect, because that's where they are. But
Mhm.
you don't stay, and don't stay in a place like that where you're treated in those ways. You have to create boundaries. First of all, you have to speak up. Then you have to create boundaries. This is not what I'm going to accept and or allow. And then you have to choose to stay away from that person. It's your choice what you do and how you respond to the treatment that people give to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just thought about it. So what you said actually reminded me of how you and I talked about privately and on the show about investing and divesting attention and energy in
Yeah.
situations like that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that's when you realize they're not respecting your boundaries and respecting you as a person, you have to immediately assess: is this relationship um, worth me investing in or divesting in? Because ultimately everything that we do within the context of a relationship, it determines our trajectory.
Yep.
Uh, so you have to be very cognizant of like who you're allowing into your circle. People may call it snobby. I'm an energy snob now. You know what I mean? I used to not be. I used to just anybody around. You want to be okay? Come on, come on. Now I'm like, "Mm, listen, I love you, but not tonight, brother. I just can't do it.
I
I
can't
won't
do
tell them
you
why.
tonight.
Right, huh?
I
So
can't do you tonight.
yeah, just now, listen,
I can't do you. I
guys, just
can't do you. You got to get on somewhere.
right. Or just like
Bye and
right,
peace.
right, right, exactly, exactly. Yeah, even with friends sometimes, like I tell Danica all the time, like I love people, but I also like my own space.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily not like people. I just don't like some of the things that go on, and it's a lot of drama. So I've actually gotten to the point where I really enjoy just being at home, chilling, being out the way, go handle my business.
Me too.
Right, exactly. Hey, I'm not listen. I handle my business. We had some fun. And now I'm out. See
Yep.
you later. Call
Yep.
me up. Email, text, whatever, however you want to do it. And
Right.
I'm not gonna stay here.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm
I didn't
gone.
I didn't had all I'm gonna have of this. It's time to
Right.
move on to something else. And
You
I
know?
enjoy my peace. So
Right.
I want to share something with y'all. Gene already know, but my birthday was last Saturday.
Yeah.
And so 2 days after my birthday, I got a message from a family member that chose the opportunity that wished me a happy belated birthday, but really their motive, they're narcissists, but really their motive was to attack me. So they, told me happy belated birthday, and I said thank you, and then the attack came.
Mhm.
So I had to look at what was happening and make a choice to say something, to go into the argument that they were trying to hoover me into. If y'all want to know about hoovering, go back to the hoovering show, because he was trying to suck me in like a vacuum cleaner. And then that's what they do, and wanted me to be his narcissistic feed. So when I replied and said, I love people regardless of what they say to me and do to me, and I forgive, that wasn't enough. He really went into attack mode then. Um, and so I just stopped talking. Listen, you got to pay attention to what's happening. He was totally disrespecting me, totally disrespecting my space, because I'm happy and okay without him because of the way he has treated me. So you have to be okay with somebody not wanting to be in your life, or with them if they're attacking you and doing the things that he was doing to me. If they're doing that to you, you have to make a choice. Do I want to keep arguing, or do I want to argue? Because I didn't even, when I saw what was happening, I just said, hey, I'm not even doing this. But it continued and I still didn't say anything. So I know that pissed him off even more. But do I care? No. I want my peace.
I'm
I
not
demand
wrong.
my
You gonna
peace.
have it.
Right. And I'm going to
Mhm.
have it. I'm right here at my own place by myself, not
Mhm.
bothering nobody. And then all of a sudden you come into my space and attack me. But you use my birthday as a way to get in. So I saw it. You got to pay attention to what's happening. And if you're being disrespected, you got to let them know, or leave it alone. See, we've already been down this road. So since we've already been down this road, he already know how I am. I'm not going to respond to your mess. So he was like, happy birthday, happy belated birthday. And I'm like, oh, he's being nice. He wasn't being nice.
Oh, that's a classic narc move right there. Hey, and we talked about this. We talked about this.
Yep.
Uh, hey, I miss you. How you been?
Yep.
You don't care.
Yep. At
You
all.
don't care.
At
You
all.
just This is an opportunity for you to find a way to knock me. I'm
Yep.
good.
Yep.
You can stay on the left side of town.
Yep.
Left side.
And y'all, that stuff used to have me crying for days, for months, for even years at a time, off and on when somebody would treat me that way. But we have educated and talked about the narcissist so much on so many shows. We've told you so much about the narcissist. I saw it, and I learned through us talking and learning about the narcissist. I learned that that person was a narcissist. So when they came, I forgot all about the hoovering and the narcissistic feed, and was like, oh, he's being nice, so I'll be nice. But then I was nice, and he attacked me. He was like, oh, okay, here she come. Okay, all right, I got you. Uh, so listen, pay attention, make people be respectful to you, or make them get out of your life. So he
You
made
know,
the choice to do what he did, and so I'm making a choice to have peace. That mess that you was bringing, I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't have to have it. So
right,
I just wanted to say that beware of the person's motives and intent when they come to you and are being disrespectful.
right, yeah, and absolutely be comfortable with being alone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
be comfortable with that. Because people, again, are not going to always respect your space, your mindset, your perspective, your traditions, whatever.
yeah,
Just understand that that's okay. Like, it
yeah,
may feel lonely, but it shouldn't,
yeah,
because you are preserving your own sanity by making sure that you are blocking those who are pulling your vibration down.
yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
At all. Hello. At all.
You gotta
So
have that face.
I guess he thought I forgot, or he thought that maybe I can get her now. No, you can't get me today, tomorrow, last month, next year at all, because you made the choice to treat me the way you did, and so now you get what you get. I just ignore you. What was that? What is that? When you it's not icing out. What is it? We
The Gray
talked
Rock,
about it.
Gray
Yes.
Rock.
So I chose to gray rock him.
Yeah,
Y'all,
yeah,
yay!
yeah,
I wasn't crying and upset. I gray rocked him. Go and look at
yeah.
our show talking about the gray rock method, so you
Mhm.
learn how to ignore those behaviors and those attacks.
Right.
It felt
Or,
so good.
right. Or even be present in the moment, but allow yourself to be emotionally detached.
Yes,
That's the deal. That's what gets them.
yes,
When they can't reel you in with the emotional outbursts and stuff, it just flattens their tire. It flattens their
yep,
tire. Like, okay, so, and you just stay on the facts, nothing extra, very business-like.
yep,
And that just it burns them up. But what can they do? I mean,
yep.
I love it. I love it. I'm like, Ooh, on the inside, I'm giggling like I don't know what, but I'm like, yes. Well, no, that's not what it is. This is this. Oh, you want
Yeah,
to argue? Okay, well, I'm not going to argue with
yeah,
you. But you don't want. No, I'm done talking about it
yeah.
now. They're like,
Okay. Yep. That make them
okay,
even more mad.
right. What can
So
you do
you,
with that?
yep. You can choose to engage or disengage, and the best thing for your mental health is to
Yes,
disengage.
yes.
Listen, I done told you how it is, or you see I ain't coming in the direction you want me to come in. I don't want no more of what you trying to give me. So now they're, yep. So now they're highly pissed off. So whatever, I feel good. I ain't sitting around crying for days and weeks and months
Right,
and years like I used to behind somebody's bad treatment of me.
right.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I'm a grown woman. I ain't gonna say what Cedric said. If you've heard Cedric the Entertainer say, you know what I want to say, but I ain't gonna say it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a grown woman.
She a grown tail woman.
And I'm doing grown woman things, okay?
You know.
In my response and in my love and in my treatment of others, my respect of others. Yes. And it feels so good to be in this place and in this space.
Yeah.
So apologize if and when you are wrong. Be willing to apologize if you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Respond in a timely manner. Go the extra mile to show people love in spite of how bad they treat you. Go the extra mile to and be willing to forgive them when they treat you bad. Again, that doesn't mean you have to hang around them and stay around them and put up with their mess. No, you have to protect your heart and you have to protect your mental health. Um, or you will be calling the mental health hotline, which is available to anybody that needs it. That excuse me, that number is 988. That number is also the suicide prevention hotline. And hopefully you won't be calling it for that reason, but that number is 988. So you can always get help. You can always have a conversation with somebody that wants to help you. So don't allow people to tear you down and to beat you down, because some people, that's just the way they live. That's just the way they think. And they think that is okay. Specifically, narcissistic people.
Right. And I do want to say, absolutely forgive, but never forget. Never forget. And that's how you know down the line how to deal with a person. You pay attention and you document in your mind, and this is how this person does me. So if I want to deal with them, know that this is a probability. And I
Yep,
mean, in that again, at that time, you determine, all right, is this worth my time and energy or not?
yep, yep. So you're accepting that person as they are. Then you have to make a choice as to whether you want to be around them with the way that they are. So you can accept them the way they are and not even have to be around them. If it's
Right,
going to bring you down or make you feel horrible or depressed or sad, um, you have to make that choice. In every situation and every person is different.
all factuals, mine.
Yeah. So will you do the next part, please?
Yes, absolutely. Feedback is a gift. Positive feedback will help someone grow in a productive, healthy manner. I actually like to add to that. I also think that constructive criticism is a positive thing as well, as long as it's given with love and done in a constructive way. If you see someone is doing something that's you know wrong or whatever, however you want to see it, maybe they could do things a little differently to get a better result. Constructive criticism is a good thing as long as again it's given with love.
Yeah. Hey, Denise and Danica. Thank y'all for
Hey,
joining the show. Jean, Danica, Denise is our cousin.
hey, hey, what up, cousin? Shrink the screen.
um,
I'm missing something. I don't see no comments or nothing. Okay.
and I didn't either. I just now opened mine up. Um, Danica said compassionate, constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
And Denise said, "Hey, cousin." um. So where are we? Respect is important.
When you really respect someone, your goal is to help them and show them love. Always.
Go ahead with the next part.
Respect is important for life fulfillment for everyone to live in harmony. When you learn how to treat yourself with respect, you also learn how to treat others with respect, and vice versa. I'm sorry, that made no sense. It said it the way I was thinking about it. Sorry. Yeah, it's the caffeine, man.
So
I'm telling you, it's the caffeine.
okay, y'all, he drinking. He drinking caffeine on the job, y'all. He all
Coffee,
hype over there.
coffee.
All right. So why is it important to treat others with respect? Showing respect to others has benefits for us, the people we meet, and the whole world. We should show due respect because it helps others. Um, it builds positive relationships. Feel good about yourself. Helps you to feel good about yourself. Teaches our children and changes the world. Now we're gonna go back and go a little bit into each one of those. Jean, you want to do it?
Yeah, I am. All right. So as it pertains to helping others,
Oh, Danica said no more coffee for you.
it's still
No
more.
more caffeine. Danica, did you make that or did he make that? Oh, he made his own.
Yes. All right. Help. So, as it pertains to helping others, everyone has their own struggles and things going on in their lives. It helps them when we're not applying additional unnecessary pressure. Oh Lord, say that again in the background.
Yes,
I didn't hear you.
yes. Stop
Yeah,
applying pressure to other people.
right.
People, we all got stuff going on in our lives. So when you apply an additional pressure, negative, toxic pressure, and behaviors to people's relationships, it makes their struggles harder. So if you think about yourself when you're doing stuff, if what I like it if somebody was treating me this way, then you probably won't do what it is that you're doing to somebody else or even what you're thinking about doing to somebody else. And one of the things I always say is when it comes to pressure is I never want to know or to hear that I have caused somebody to be thinking suicidal thoughts by something I said to them or something I did to them. So I have to remember every time somebody is treating me bad, is this what I the way that I would want to be treated? No. So then I have to back up. I have to evaluate or assess, as we said earlier, assess the situation and then make a decision if as to whether I want to do them the way they're doing me or I want to get them to pay attention to what they're doing by another response. So you have to really pay attention to how you're responding to people and how you're reacting as a result of their negative toxic behavior towards you.
Right.
You want to go to the next part?
Yeah.
Denise said, "Me either. Let me be a blessing, not a burden." Yes, that's how I think. That's how I
Yeah, man.
feel. That is
Right there.
exactly how I feel. I never want to be a burden to somebody
You
else and have them doing and saying negative things. So, our purpose, part of our purpose here on this earth is to show people love, to treat others the way we want to be treated, and to be kind. And those are our two main mottos uh, for Love Misunderstood Institute, which is, the our educational piece of this TV show.
know.
So, Gene, go ahead and go with the next part.
Yeah. So, respect also helps build positive relationships. Treating people with treating people the way you want to be treated with the hope of your treatment of them being reciprocated. This also builds up trust and safety, and in turn, a strong and positive relationship. So yeah, it's mandatory that you treat people the way you want to be treated,
Yep.
and be flexible enough to adjust and adapt as time goes along because
Yep.
everything changes.
Yep. And
Respect
that's very
also
important.
helps people feel good about themselves. When you treat people well, we have a satisfaction that we know we have done the right thing. This helps improve our mood and overall well-being in life.
Yeah. It feels so much better to me, when I treat somebody good, no matter how bad they've treated me. When I think about it, you know, how I responded to it, and that my heart is right because I didn't do or say anything, mean to them, even though they treated me bad. What did Mark say?
Huh?
What did Mark say? You two are not from here. Yeah, our producer is talking. He said, "You two are not from here. You know you are from another planet where they respect you." Gene in particular. We
I
was
am
trying
not
to
from here.
was trying to get a little RESPECT. Aretha said it. That's all we trying to get.
I
That's
ain't
all we
trying to
trying
get
to give.
I ain't trying to get nothing. I'm gonna have it. It's mandatory. I ain't asking
Well,
for your
where I'm at,
respect. Give it to me, partner.
right. And if you ain't willing to give it, then peace. And what you say, Gene? There you
Exit
go. To
station
the
now.
left.
To the left. To the left. To the left. To the left. Keep going. Keep going. Turn the knob. Open the door. Turn it behind you. Let's go.
So where we at, silly? I'm number 4.
Yeah,
Teachers
yeah.
our
So
children.
right. So
They
showing.
laughing at you, G.
I don't know what's so funny, guys. I don't know what to do with my hands. All right. All right.
Denise,
So
this is how we act on the show all the time. We
you
both been
see us
bullied so
in person.
much. This is the opposite of that. We educate, but we do a lot of laughing and clowning.
Right. Got to.
So
Make
teachers our children.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So for me, this is a major thing. Showing respect to other people and showing our children us as an example of treating people how we want to be treated, and also showing them how to set boundaries
Yes.
is a major thing. As my mom said before, we both had issues with setting boundaries and whatnot. Um, but so anyway, showing respect to others, it will be absorbed by our children, who will in turn learn how to treat others well. And we are then building a better future. So just
Yes.
imagine if we had a world of people who had the emotional intelligence enough to recognize that, everything that you do has a consequence, positive or negative. You treat
Yes.
someone negatively, they have a negative reaction, and it could be the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yes.
Someone can come to work and be down in the dumps, and you treat them wrong, and man. And if you're at home with your partner or friend, or however your child sees you with other people, and you treat people negatively, they have no choice but to repeat the same vicious cycle of
Right.
mistreatment of others. And conversely, uh, if they see you treating yourself bad, they do the same thing. So it's very important for us to be aware of the image of respect and acceptance that we show our children. Because again, a lot of our growth as people and as individuals is based off of our environment.
Yes. And that so whatever our behavior is and however they see us interact, they do the same because to them that's the norm or that
Right,
is the way.
right.
So we have to be careful. Denise said that's cool. She finally got a chance to catch us live. Thank you for being on the show and for joining in. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I love to educate and love to help people. She was helping me in Wichita mentor girls.
Dope.
So yeah.
That's dope.
So um so it also changes the world. Treating others with respect has a ripple effect.
Yeah.
They will in turn go out and treat others how they have been treated.
Right.
Choose to change the world. So you know how you might be having a bad day and somebody smile at you, and then uh, that makes you smile, and then you smile at the next person, and
Right.
so everybody now a lot more people are smiling just because they saw a smile. We never know, like we said earlier, what somebody else's struggle is or what they're going through, and so if we choose to do something positive or to say something positive, like I just said, as simple as a smile, that
Right.
will help that person and change that person's day or situation, because we never know what somebody's thinking. If they're thinking of suicide, homicide, we never know. So, but we want to always treat others with respect and get that ripple effect, of kindness and
Positive. Yeah.
treating others the way we want to be treated.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So, respect is appreciation of the separateness of the other person, of the ways in which he or she is unique.
Yep.
And that quote is from Annie Gottlieb. So now
Yep.
we want to talk about disrespect. Danica, before we go on, said respect is a divine behavior that us that a surprising amount of beings do not respect. So true.
Right.
So true.
Yep. Because we weren't taught to, most of us.
Yeah. And Beverly said she's talking to Denise, telling her thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then she said the show is always fire. Thank you, sis.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that.
We try to bring it. We try to bring it to you. Um, so disrespect. Go ahead, Jean.
All right. So, two things that you do if you feel disrespected. First and foremost, always assess the situation. Assess the proper way of going about it. And then number two, you confront the person.
Yeah.
So let's go a little deeper. Let's go into that rabbit hole. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right.
Y'all ready?
All right.
I'm
All right.
glad we're glad you're enjoying this, sis. Our
Yeah.
cousin, Denise. Go ahead, Jean. I'm sorry.
All right. So, as it pertains to assessing the situation, try to determine the disrespectful person's intentions.
Mhm.
Disrespectful behavior is always aggravating, but it's not always intentional.
Yeah.
That's why assessing the situation and also communication is
Yes.
major. Like you
Yes.
never know, the person's mind may not have been where you were when y'all were having a conversation. So that comment they made that was slick disrespectful wasn't intended to be that way. But let me tell you something, dog. Do it again.
So
Sorry.
why you and Danica at the same time trying to fight somebody? She said, "Catch these hands." Y'all
Throw
been
the
spent.
things
That's
up.
what you do when somebody's disrespectful. Catch these hands.
Hey, listen, try Jesus. Don't try me, because I fight.
Right.
Because I throw hands. All right. Give the other person the benefit of the doubt, and don't automatically conclude that they are intentionally out to hurt you. Again, that's where communication comes in.
Yes.
Never assume. Try your best. I mean, because it's human nature to sometimes assume, but communication.
Yes.
Lord,
Yes. It's
you hear me
vital.
now? Communication is the key. You don't understand that, man. Lord.
Right.
Yeah. Ask yourself if the rude behavior is part of a consistent pattern. Yes, exactly. Yes, Lord. Or a one-off event. And think about whether or not it seems to be directed at you personally.
Yeah.
Uh, for example, if someone calls you names or purpose,
I'll read it. Y'all, he needs to
once
calm down
again,
this part.
right there.
So it says
Say it again.
he's experienced this too much. So, for example, Um, if someone calls you names or purposefully pushes you out of their way, it's pretty clear they are being intentionally disrespectful. Mark said, "Don't karate chop your own neck." On the other hand, if someone sends out a group email about an upcoming study group and doesn't include you, it's possible that they simply got to add your email to the list. So I'm going to tell you this about bullying. If they intentionally let you out, they are being a social bully. A social
Right,
bully will exclude you from meaningful events or meetings that you need to be in. So if they did it on purpose, they are a social bully.
right,
Go ahead
right.
with the next part.
Likewise, if someone makes a rude
Jan-
comment in front of you, it could be that they simply don't realize they're touching on a sensitive subject. Ask for clarification if necessary. It's easy to misunderstand other people's words or actions. If you're not sure whether someone is intentionally being disrespectful, sometimes it can be helpful to ask. What's that word I just said for the crowd? What's that word? Communication!
Communication.
Communication! Okay. Communicate. Ask questions. Don't assume because that makes it worse. You never know. That person may not, again, may not have meant anything negative, but you assume and then you react from that assumption. You
Yes.
just created a bag of turds. Had to be nice
Yeah.
about that. All right. All right. Uh, keep your tone calm and use words that are neutral and non-confrontational.
Yep.
For example, if someone says something you think might have been disrespectful, you could say, "Now, what did you mean by
Yep. So
that?"
before you go to the next part, Denise said it's hard because sometimes it feel like it's intentional, and
All right,
that is very very true.
right,
So it's very important to sit back and instead of being ready to jump on them, well, I think they did that on purpose. I think that was intentional. Before you say something, just chill, and think about, as they say, marinate on it and think about,
right,
did they really mean that? Watch their actions and listen to the things they say afterwards, and that will help you
right,
assess the situation. Go ahead.
right. And also, like was said earlier, assess their pattern of behavior. If this
Yes.
is something that they continuously do you know that okay, this is who they are. So you have to be. I was gonna say, man, you have to be crazy observant when you're around people, because their habits will show you who they really are. So
Yep.
that's another thing. But then asking questions, communication is absolutely imperative.
Gene, we are almost out of time. We got
Oh,
5 minutes.
oh
Yeah,
wow!
we so into this we didn't even realize the time. So we got 5 more minutes. Uh Mark said, want respect again at the end. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let me say this part and then finish this part and then he's gonna play Aretha Franklin Respect Again.
And we're gonna all
Uh
dance.
right. We were backstage jamming earlier. For example, some people may become snappish with others when they're stressed or feeling ill. Being empathetic doesn't mean that you have to excuse disrespectful behavior, but it can help you understand where the other person is coming from and react more appropriately. Y'all, we want to say Beverly's ready to jam. So, y'all, we appreciate y'all coming and joining the show. We appreciate your comments. We hope that the information that we have shared has been helpful to you. We didn't finish, so we will be back next week with to finish up disrespect. And now we are going to have the video by Aretha Franklin being played. And remember, RESPECT, respect others and demand that they respect you. So take care. Bye for now. We send you away with peace, love, and we send you joy and happiness. And remember to speak up for yourself.
Always.
All
Thank
right.
you for being here, y'all. We really appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you, Denise. She said great conversation. So Mark is going to play the video of Aretha Franklin, and then he'll play our ending video. This is the end of our show. Thank you. We will see you again next week, same place, same time, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Take care and bye for now. Hold on for the videos. That is it.
What?
Respect.
Oh, you're right there. Listen, body roll. You ain't right for that. Ooh, and the shoulders, and the shoulders too. And head. Ooh. There we go.
Mark, you can play the ending video. We're done. Beverly.